with a screwdriver.
Okay, so first thing we're doing.
Gotta take the hubcap off. I need a screwdriver to pop it off though.
Yep.
Or something.
Yep. There it is. Now we got the axle nuts. Then you pop your lug nuts off. We are gonna, and then after you pop your lug nuts off, this axle nut has to come off too.
But this one right here, huh?
We might as well take it off now while the tire's on.
Right.
And then when you're taking off the axle nut, it's a 32 millimeter with your breaker bar. Okay, we got the tire off. We got the axle nut cracked loose. Now what we want to do is finish getting the axle nut all the way out. And then the whole wheel is going to want to spin with you. So you can just grab something like this. And then hold your hand right there as you do it. And that'll stop the wheel from spinning. Okay, now we want to take off the 16 millimeter nuts on the back of the caliper. We got my cousin Tyrese over here helping us work today. We getting the job done. I don't. Oh, it's right here. Okay, now what we want to do is tie off the caliper. The reason we do that is to prevent damage to the brake line, so it doesn't break or tear or anything, and it just gets it out of our way. And that's what we're doing right now. All right, so the next step we got to do is we got to take this splash guard off. I don't know the size of these bolts yet, but it looks like 10 millimeters, maybe smaller, 9 or 8. But there's 1, 2, 3 holes. Oh yeah, if you guys don't know how to get rusted nuts off, I recommend using this PB Penetrating Catalyst Blaster. Works like a pro since 1957. That'll free those rusted nuts right up. We got one more bolt to take off. And then we got to work on these bolts on the back, which I think are probably 15s as well. Alright, now once you crack loose your 3 15 millimeter bolts holding the wheel hub assembly on, you just spin those bolts the rest of the way out, and that'll free up this whole wheel hub assembly. And we're gonna get a crowbar or something in there thin enough that we can crack that off. Okay, I'm back on this job to the wheel hub bearing. What we need to do now is take off this nut on the bottom, separate the lower control arm, and pop out this CV axle. That's what we need to do. So to do that, you got to bend this straight so you can push it through. Once you get it through the other end, just pull it out with your channel locks. And this one is a 15/16. I'm going to break it loose with my breaker bar so I don't have to sit here and put too much strength into it. So righty would be tighty, lefty loosey. And left would be this way. Alright, we cracked it loose. Alright, let's also take off this bolt right here, attaching your sway link, because it's not gonna budge with that attached. Okay, so I popped off the nut on the top, holding it to the upper ball joint to see if it'll give me some clearance to pop that lower ball joint off. But for some reason, it is not trying to pop off. So what I'm going to try to do now, I don't know why it's not popping off. I don't know why. There's no more nut holding it on. So what is stopping it? I don't know. But yeah, it has to come off. But since I can't get it off, we're gonna just try to get this axle out without getting it off. If I can get that axle out, that's all I need. Then I'll be able to press this hub out of it. As you guys can see, it's already pretty much there. Like, let me just keep going at it with a chisel. Wow, I was able to get that out without even using this $400 tool set. I rented this for nothing. All I did was use this chisel and smacked it in there. Kind of broke it in the process, but we got it done, man. It is now out. Now there's an 8mm nut on the back right here you need to take off. It attaches this plastic to that. And then you just got to separate this piece up here, this clip, to get your wire out of there. And then let's put that new one on, man. Let's get this shit done, man. Hey! This is how the upper ball joint is looking. That's looking like it's bad. This is not how a ball joint is supposed to do. I think that this needs to be replaced. This upper ball joint. Okay, there's the old wheel hub. Here's the new one. Let's get it installed. Okay, now this is what it looks like with the new wheel hub assembly installed. I put the wire in the same spot that it was from before. Tightened these all down to 90 foot-pounds. Holding the hub in. I didn't get a chance to film all that because my phone battery died. But here we are, continuing on after letting it charge for a little bit. Now I'm gonna reconnect the sway link right there, and then that bolt on the bottom, this bolt, the 15/16, we'll put that back. That didn't even need to come off, so don't even take that off. You guys are gonna be wasting your time taking that bolt off, because I wasted my time.